I have a question for you. How about them Cowboys? Hello, my name is Matthew, and I'm here to tell you about the past and present state of the Dallas Cowboys. Today I'm going to talk about the past of the team, to include the rise of fame of the 90s and the Super Bowl appearances. Then I'm going to talk about the present state of the team, to include the downfall and the possible future of the team. Now that you know what I'll be talking about today, let's jump right in and talk about the past of the team. It all started with the rise of fame in the 90s, when Jerry Jones bought the team in 1989. His first order of business, he hired his good friend, Jimmy Johnson, who was coaching the University of Miami. As soon as Johnson took over as head coach, he made a bold statement by trading the Cowboys' best player at the time, Herschel Walker, to the Minnesota Vikings. That trade included 4 draft picks to the Vikings, and the Cowboys received 5 players and 8 draft picks, according to BetterTradeSports.com. It took time, but that trade paid off. That trade set up the Cowboys' success and the Super Bowl runs. Johnson's first year as head coach didn't go so well. He won 1 game and lost 15. Then in 1991, the Cowboys returned to the playoffs after a long drought. Then in 1992 it happened. The Cowboys won the Super Bowl, and then again in 1993, beating the Buffalo Bills back-to-back. Then in 1995, beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. Now that you know some of the past of the team, let's talk about the present state of the Cowboys. The downfall of the Cowboys all started with Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson mutually parting ways. After those 3 Super Bowls in the 90s, the Cowboys have not been back since. The Cowboys have had a string of head coaches, 8 total, and none of those coaches have had the success that Jimmy Johnson did. Another reason for the Cowboys' downfall is disappointing drafts. The Cowboys have not drafted talented players to produce on the field. The Cowboys have not won a playoff game since 2009, but things are looking up. Last year, the Cowboys finished 8-8 and were ranked 6th in offense and 14th in defense, according to NFL.com. The Cowboys also have a new play caller on offense and a new defensive head coach. The Cowboys have signed some of their core players to extensions in hopes of another Super Bowl run. But when all else fails, the 9th head coach can come in and get it done. Now that you have learned about the past and present of the team, let's talk about what I briefed this morning. During the brief, I went over the past of the team, to include the rise of fame in the 90s and their Super Bowl appearances. Then I went over the present state of the team, to include the downfall and the possible future of the team. So to answer my question from earlier, how about them Cowboys? If you have any questions or comments about what I went over today, I'll be happy to take them. Thank you.